what expecting my role to be is to try and work with the agencies to understand how their systems work, how their processes work. So they will know they're operating boats, they will know people are being exposed. They may not know exactly what the exposure levels are likely to be, either in terms of levels they're willing to tolerate or levels set by legislation or standards. So by providing effective assessment, we can help. It's not so important to understand that people are being hit hard. We know they're being hit hard. The reason for understanding how hard they're being hit is to try and do things that can make it better and try and mitigate it. The fast boat marine environment with planing, semi-planing craft causes more severe whole body vibration exposures than anything else, land, sea or air. It's the most severe whole body vibration environment there is, as far as I'm aware. It's important to assess it. It's important to mitigate those exposures to try and reduce how hard people are being hit, but it's not as simple as that. If you just provide a fantastic suspension seat that reduces the exposure, what you're probably going to end up with is the same exposure in a faster boat, because the factor that is limiting how fast people are willing to drive is how much pain they're willing to take. Providing good mitigation equipment is part of that, but you need to understand what the exposures are like and being able to assess them sensibly, and then take other measures in terms of boat control and operational training and boat management and other things in addition to just relying on the technology to try and make sure that exposures are actually reduced. You're not just increasing capability. I have spent a couple of decades now regularly doing trials out on search and rescue craft, military craft, civilian craft, so I understand something about what the boat operator is dealing with. I've worked as a legal expert witness on cases where people have been seriously injured, so I understand the implications from the injured person's point of view, and also the implications from the employer of that person of just how expensive and unpleasant it can be if you do hurt someone badly. It's obviously very bad for the individual, it's also very bad for the organisation. So I can understand something of how what the issues are from the boat operations side. I've worked with, say, search and rescue military organisations for quite a long time on these issues. I also understand suspension seating and mitigation systems and data acquisition and measurement, so my role principally will be to sit between the two organisations, understand what specifically the issues are for any particular boat operation team, and feed back into Coast Dynamics Group to make sure what we're providing is what they need for their particular setup, for their particular configurations.